Welcome to A Tale of Love, Mystery, and Scandal in a Small Town. Enjoy the journey.
The bell above the door jingled as Claudia Pembroke entered the Willowbrook General Store, her posture straight and confident. She glanced at the three women, Marge, Betty, and Sue, who were chatting near the produce section. Their conversation immediately ceased when Claudia, wife of the former town chairman Robert Pembroke, approached the counter. "Good morning, Anastasia," Claudia greeted with a tight smile. Anastasia Green, a petite woman in her 60s, paused her task of stacking cans and met Claudia's gaze. "Claudia, what can I help you with today?" Anastasia responded coolly. Claudia briefly looked over her shoulder at the women before leaning in closer. "I have a suggestion," she whispered. "Your granddaughter Sonya just graduated from high school, didn't she? Top of her class, I hear." "She did," Anastasia replied, her tone even. "She's a smart one, off to state on a scholarship this fall." Claudia smiled sharply. "Before she leaves, I think she should consider Henry. They'd be a good match. Chairman's son, straight A student, and our families go way back." Anastasia slammed a can onto the counter, her expression fierce. "Absolutely not. Sonya is focused on her future, not settling down. And you, of all people, should be careful talking about good families. Everyone knows how your husband got his position, by greasing the right palms." Claudia recoiled as if she had been slapped, while the other women chuckled quietly. "Well, I never," Claudia sputtered, her face red with anger. "No means no, Claudia." "Good day," Anastasia said firmly, turning her back. Fuming, Claudia stormed out, the door slamming behind her. Marge sidled up to the counter and smirked. "You sure told her." Anastasia sighed deeply. "Someone had to. That woman thinks she owns this town. I just hope Sonya stays far away from that son of hers," she added softly. "He's nothing but trouble." 12 years ago, red and blue lights filled the night sky as fire trucks raced toward the blazing Thompson house. Neighbors gathered in their pajamas, their faces filled with dread as the flames devoured the small wooden home. "Isn't that Dave and Linda's place?" someone whispered. "Are they still inside?" another asked, as firefighters fought the inferno. A 5-year-old Sonya Thompson sat huddled on the curb, soot streaking her face, trembling in fear. A police officer wrapped a blanket around her shoulders and spoke gently. "Is there someone we can call, sweetheart?" "Grandma," Sonya whispered. Within minutes, Anastasia's battered old Ford pickup screeched to a halt, and she rushed to her granddaughter, pulling her into a tight embrace. "I've got you, darling. You're safe now." But as Anastasia looked at the smoldering remains of her daughter's home, she knew nothing would ever be the same. Alcoholism had already taken so much from them, and now it had claimed Dave and Linda's lives. That night, as Sonya slept fitfully beside her, Anastasia made a promise. She would raise this child, give her the love and opportunities her daughter had lost to the bottle. Sonya would escape this town's suffocating grip. 12 years later, golden sunlight streamed through the stained glass windows of St. Matthew's Church as the Willowbrook High School graduating class fidgeted in their seats. 18-year-old Sonya Thompson stood proudly at the podium, her royal blue cap and gown standing out against the sea of maroon. "And as Robert Frost once said, we have miles to go before we sleep. Miles of discoveries to make, dreams to follow, and lives to change," Sonya said. "And after today, I'll travel those miles as doctor." Sonya Thompson, physician. The small crowd erupted into applause as Sonya's eyes found Anastasia's in the front row. Anastasia's heart swelled with pride. Her granddaughter had done it, valedictorian, with a full scholarship to State University and a bright future in medicine. All their sacrifices had been worth it. After the ceremony, as the graduates tossed their caps into the air, Anastasia pulled Sonya into a tight hug. "Your mom and dad would be so proud. God rest them. I know I am." Sonya smiled, tears in her eyes. "I couldn't have done it without you, Grandma. You're my rock. And you're my shining star, sweetheart," Anastasia replied. "Now let's get to the diner. Mrs. Jenkins has been baking all week for your party." Neither noticed the figure leaning against a sleek red Corvette, watching them. Henry Pembroke, the chairman's son, lowered his sunglasses to admire the beautiful blonde. Sure, she was a charity case, but with looks and intelligence like that, he could mold her into the perfect wife, one that would make his father take him seriously at last. Henry sauntered over with a smug grin. "Sonya Thompson, mind if I become your first suitor now that you're a high school graduate?" Sonya stiffened and turned, her blue eyes cold. "I'm flattered, Henry, but I don't date arrogant rich boys who think they can buy me." Henry's face flushed. "I didn't mean—" "Thanks, but no thanks," Sonya said curtly, linking arms with her friend. "Come on, Jess. I want to get to my party." Henry seethed as he watched her walk away. Behind him, his friends chuckled. "Ouch, shot down by the Ice Queen, huh?" Jay teased. Henry's fists clenched. "She'll regret that. Sonya Thompson doesn't know who she's dealing with." Months later, as Anastasia adjusted to life without Sonya at home, the town buzzed with rumors about the Pembroke family's downfall. With the state investigating Robert for shady dealings, it seemed the once untouchable chairman was about to lose everything. Anastasia overheard the gossip at the store. "It's official. Robert's out," Betty whispered. "Couldn't have happened to a more deserving couple," Anastasia muttered under her breath as she rang up purchases. She had long grown weary of the Pembroke stranglehold on the town. Now, perhaps, things could finally change. But despite the swirling drama, Anastasia's main concern remained Sonya. Away at college, chasing her dreams, far from Willowbrook's petty scandals. One Wednesday at the Ladies' Aid Quilting Circle, the gossip took a sharp turn. "I heard from Claudia that Sonya's been hiding out in the city, pregnant," Marge whispered. Anastasia's hand froze mid-stitch. "What did you just say?" "Oh, didn't you know?" Claudia smirked. "Apparently your perfect granddaughter is expecting a baby. No ring on her finger, of course." Anastasia clenched her jaw, fighting the urge to lash out. "Sonya's life is none of your business, Claudia, and if you have questions, ask her yourself." The day Sonya's green Honda pulled up to Anastasia's house, half the town was already gathered on the lawn, eager to witness the supposed scandal. As Sonya stepped out, all eyes fell on her. But instead of a scandal, the town saw something entirely different. Sonya was glowing, a gold band sparkling on her finger as she cradled a swaddled infant in her arms. Alex Novak, the new owner of Willowbrook Farm, stood beside her, beaming. "Surprise, Grandma," Sonya said softly, stepping forward. "Meet your great-granddaughter, Nadia Thompson Novak." Anastasia's heart swelled with joy as she kissed the baby's head. "Oh, Sonya, I'm so proud of you." That night, as Sonya and Alex sat on the porch with baby Nadia nestled between them, the town's whispers seemed like distant echoes. "They'll talk about this for years," Alex mused, smiling. "Let them," Sonya replied, resting her head on his shoulder. "I have everything I've ever wanted right here." The best surprises, they both knew, were the ones you never saw coming.